we are trying to get set up here to make sure that we are streaming on Twitch and YouTube, of course, through the Restream IO. And it looks like maybe, just a maybe, we are going to make this work. This is our first stream back after a horrible hack last fall that really took us by surprise, took over our lives and made a few months of craziness for us. And now we are going again. So my boss, my husband, the love of my life, Byron Lance, this is his channel, and I'm his favorite employee. Well, I think. And I'm Cozy Mel, and I'm here with a PALIA stream for you. I think that we probably, if we're going to be streaming, we're going to need a house in PALIA. And I don't think we have one of those. So I cleaned up the plot. This is one of those things where I kind of drug my husband into PALIA a few years ago. We spent our whole lives playing other games. So when PALIA first started, hi, Rygiver, welcome in, welcome in. I think I set you as a monitor. But it didn't ask me to get your approval or your permission. It just said, who do you want to be a monitor? And I put in the word Rygiver and it said I could click on you. So I did. Now it had your little face. So you'll have to let me know if you, can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh, heavens, I don't know. Anyway, we are trying to come back. And Byron tends to go out and do every single quest in the game. He will do every quest. He'll do all of it. And then anything he wins or gets or earns, he brings it home. And he plops it in the grass on his plot. It's pretty funny. So he didn't really have a house so much here, but he did have a lot of stuff in the yard. So I cleaned it all up. Rygiver says, look at the cool looking deal. Oh, yeah. We had to work hard. This past weekend, we did a lot so that we would be able to use Byron Lance and get up and going and stream. And his character didn't have a lot of stuff. So, yeah, look at the cool looking dude. Yeah, I know, Rygiver. I don't remember how to do anything either. So, yeah, I know. It's terrible. I don't even know if Sashi remembers how to do anything, but I put her to. Hey, Byron. Yay, he can hear me and see me. Oh, my gosh. I'm back. He's back. Oh, finally. Anyway, so this plot had a lot of stuff, and it took a couple of hours to pick all this stuff up. And then over the weekend, we spent a ton of time collecting 25 of every color of egg, and we did all the bugs and the fishing and the whatever else, the hunting, and all the stuff we had to do in order to get the bundles done. So got the bundles finished on the board. Yeah, no, Rygiver, it's all good. It's so happy to be back on. So now Byron is official. He is in froggy attire because he has finished his board. So this is just going to be probably an unwatched, nobody in chat, nobody knowing I'm even doing anything But I'm gonna work on fixing up the plot. Kitty Fox, hi, nice to see you live. She says, "Welcome and welcome in." If there's anyone here who knew me, Cozy Mel, before, because I was streaming under the Byron Lance Games, he always was the brand name on YouTube, and I was under him, and we had a hack on our Discord that canceled a whole bunch of our people. Just cut them off, shut them out, without before we even knew it. And then I couldn't get the people back because it like erased their names as if they had never been a member. It was insanity. I mean, so anybody out there, if you see this and you had hurt feelings because you got dumped off my Discord, we did not do that. That was not us. But that's what started it. That's how we knew that we had something bad going on. And then, all kinds of things happened after that that I am not going to go into. It's a very long story. But our first clue that something was wrong is that over half of our members on our Discord got banned one day, just banned out of the blue. No coming back from that, and I feel horrible about it. I do. I feel awful. It was a terrible, terrible thing to happen. And if you're one of those people out there, I don't blame you if you don't want to join us again, but our Discord is listed. Oh, Kitty Fox, yes, the videos with Star Sand. Oh, am I having so much fun in Star Sand Island? And now I've kind of reached all my goals in the base Star Sand Island, and it took me months to do that. It's such a great game. It'll give you a good 100 hours or more of just the entry level content. And now I want to get land at the lake, and I want to build a house at the lake. So I'm going to need millions of gold. So now I'm going to start like doing those really awesome gardens and stuff where you have all the bees and the flowers and you grow all the high dollar plants and then process them and sell them, which is very similar to what you do in Palia. Palia is very much like it, Kitty. Oh, I know. I despise roof building too. Roof building is hard. I know. What we're going to do today is build a house in Palia. So if you happen to stay with us for any time at all, what we're going to do is build a house up in Palia. Now, this is the new housing system, and this is called an estate house, an estate building. And I don't want to build it too far from the front, but I want to leave enough room to have a front yard. Oh, hey, Liz! Oh my gosh! Oh my God, that's my daughter. I love you. I love you. My daughter and my grandkids, who've always lived kind of close to us the last few years, are now out west. Yeah, so their whole family is together out there, and I won't say where, so I don't. Well, I'm so paranoid after the hack that it's just like, oh, crazy. I don't share anything anymore. But we don't see them every day anymore. We'll just say that. So it's so great to see Elizabeth. Hi. I love you, honey. Oh, so much love to all the kids too, and to John Paul, your happy family. Love, 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 all the love, all the love. All right, so we are in our first stream ever on Byron Lance Games. Gonna put up a house. So what you do is hit the H key, and this gets you in the housing menu. And I have some estate houses that I've already built. So I'm going to put one of those down. And let's see, there's my little guy right there. So I guess I'll put it kind of right in front of him. And one thing oh, right, Guyver says hi, Liz. Yes. I don't know. I brag about my kids and grandkids all the time. So I'm sure the community has heard enough about it, how proud I am of all of you. But yeah, right. Guyver's been with us almost since the beginning, and he's always been one of our monitors, and we love, love, love him. Okay, so once you have one of these, I guess you might call it a room or a unit. A unit makes the most sense to me to call it a unit. Each unit is identical. It has no windows and there's nothing on the sides or the back. You can hook them together, front, back, or either side, or put them on top of each other. But the one thing I figured out the hard way was, and I don't know a workaround for this. So if any of you guys out there are big time PALIA builders and you know the workaround, then you can help us in chat. But when I put one house on top of another house to make a second story, I can no longer figure out a way to turn or adjust the lower level house. So say I put one down that I don't want a front door to be showing. You know what I'm saying? Or I want some of the walls to be gone so that you have a larger room. I want some of the ceilings to be gone, that kind of thing. But I maybe don't want a second floor where there's a door sticking out 10 feet up in the air, you know? So you kind of have to plan well enough on your lower level that you have everything where you want it to be. Oh, Kitty Fox, thank you so much. Yeah, you want to have everything kind of lined up on your lower floor before you put your second floor up. Otherwise, for me anyway, I ended up having to take my second floor down so that I could adjust things on the lower floor. That's not happy, darn it. The other thing is you can only have, in the beginning, when you first start doing this system, 11 units hooked together to make one house. And if you did the battle pass, the first battle pass that we had, or what they call a lunar path or lunar pass, you got one extra at the end of it. So then you could hook 12 together. So that's how big our house can be. Now, we had a new battle pass this month in March that if you went to the end of it, you got allowed two more. So that would give you a total of 14 units that could be placed together. I know this sounds sort of complicated, but it's not that bad. It's just you want to start out right. So let's say I don't want a front door on these two side buildings. Well, then you're going to want to click on the pencil up here. And then you want to go to the front door and just turn it into a plain wall. And on the way this system works, you're not putting in windows and you don't have door choices. Now, someday, I'm hoping that maybe they will have door and window choices, right? Whereas right now you just add some windows later and there's only a couple of styles and you can't see through them. So to me, they're kind of silly, but that's just that's just the way it is with this new system. And every month they make things a little bit better with the system. So hopefully that's going to continue to happen. Now, the other thing is, well, you might not be sure how you want your house to look from the front. Like, if I'm going to put a second floor on, which way do I want it to face and that kind of thing? Do I want the roof to go vertical or horizontal? That kind of stuff. But that's probably only going to show on my second story. So what I'm going to try to finish doing is finish my first story. I think I'm going to want a back door. So I'm going to go to this center one and I'm going to go ahead and add the back building for here, right there. And for this one, I'm going to put the door on the back. So hopefully when I leave this menu and we go down and we look around, we'll have a back door that goes out the back way. And then, oh boy, I'm going to have to build some more of the housing units. So and then we know we have a back door. Now let's go to these and open up the side wall. Instead of a wall, we can open it up. So hopefully we just have to do that on these two side buildings, and that'll give us one big room. That's what we're shooting for here. And these estate-based buildings are actually built by you at your workbench now. Okay, so I have front doors on all three buildings, so I'll have to fix that. But on the inside, wahoo. Okay, we have one big open building. So, do I want all three front doors? I doubt it. Um, but I might want a side door for getting to the garden, like maybe from the workshop or something like that. So I might decide that I wish I turned this the other way. So you can do that by pushing Q and it'll flip it the other way, but it'll still let you hook it together. So by doing that, I will have some side access doors. If it's not your actual front door choice, location, wall, whatever, you might end up with a hole in the wall, but no door in it and no way to put a door in it. So that's why you try to plan these things out in advance. Well, now I imagine because I turned those, I probably messed up my walls. So we're going to have to do that again. So we're going to go in here and we're going to open that wall up. So that's what I meant by, try to carefully plan these things out and do them all before you put your second story on. And then that way, hopefully you've got a good start going for you. All right. So I'm going to go in the front door and hope. Yes. Okay. Whew. So I wound up with the whole of a door situation and had to start again. I know! Isn't that awful? I had that happen too. And I was like, oh, if I had just planned this better. But I had furniture in every room upstairs and everything. And I was like, oh, I just don't know if I'm going to take all that down. And so it's like, that's my I have two different PALIA accounts, and that one is the one from when I started the game originally in the closed beta. And that character is where I play around and I try all kinds of things, and most of them don't work out because I don't plan, I just do it. So yeah, that's where all the trouble happens, is on that account. But then, this one I'm hoping to be more professional on this one. Okay, so now we want to be able to get to that back door that I put on. So, see, I'm trying to think of everything in advance because, man, it's hard to change it later. I'm thinking, do I want a wall with a door in it, or do I just want it to be completely open? I think I'm going to have it open and go for that two-story foyer look because I really like that idea. I like that grand foyer idea. So I think I'm going to go for that. But then again, I'm going to leave and check to make sure it happened. Okay, it did. All right. Uh-oh. I should have a door back here. Wait, do I have to turn that house around? See, this is how you learn these things. I wonder if I can just choose to have the door out back, or if that's going to leave a hole with no doorway in it. Yep, there you go. So this is what happens. You have the hole. Well, that's not ideal. We don't want the hole. Arrgh. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to change that back to a regular wall because I don't know if it matters. I need to move this forward a little. I don't know if it matters, but I'm going to change that back to a regular. And then I'm going to flip this building all the way around. Again, you use Q as in quiet. Put it back on. And then I'll go check it out and see if I have a back door. Oh, got to get rid of the wall. Wow. See, this is why you're going to be really glad you did all of this before you put your second story on and put all your house decorations in. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. So now we have a back door. Now, the reason I like this back door is because sometimes in a building where you're limited on the amount of space you have, it's difficult to have all of your working machines inside your house. And I prefer to have them inside my house rather than outside. But right now they're outside because they didn't have a house to be in. But I'm going to go see if you go to your crafter and at the top put in estate. It'll tell you what you need to make an estate base house. And there are a lot of heartwood planks and a lot of stone bricks and a lot of iron bars involved in this situation. So you can easily get to where you have completely run out of your supplies before you get done. And you are going to want four corners of fancy trim. So that's more. And you're also going to want plain trim, and you need a lot of those. So, in order to have that nice little overhang, kind of like a porch roof that goes all the way around the whole house, I'd say you end up using 1,000 of these planks and 500 stone bricks or something. It can get crazy. So probably I'm gonna have to go do some running around and get some parts and pieces. I did not cut down all my trees or my rocks or anything like that because I do like to have as natural look as possible, but sometimes you have to cut some things down to fit them in. Now, I think it's going to ask me to build this. Yeah, so it's building in progress, so it will build. And once it does, then it'll be usable. And it only takes it a few minutes to build. So these are going to be our next two rooms. Byron, what happened to all my stuff? It's in your chest. I put it all away in your. You should see how much furniture you have in your chest. Or, well, mostly, he has loads and loads of plushies and things. Like he has three ancient Kitsu plushies. But yeah, so if you look in your furniture section, all of your stuff that used to be in the yard is all in here, and I'm gonna have to put it all back. I'll have to put it all in the house. But you do have a lot of cool stuff. No complaining. There you go. See? Now listen to your friend Rykiver. He's being helpful. Yes, you had a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. Oh, how do you decide which way you want your roofs to go and all that good stuff? I think that having the two-story roof point out the front and then the back, oh golly, I'll probably turn that backwards and then remove the door later. And then since I want to be able to see this from below, I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the floor. So this is the floor, and you can click on it and turn it into no floor, see-through, two-story foyer look. Oh, at least I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. I'll try that up here too. Yes. Oh, Elizabeth says my mom is an intelligent, gifted soul and amazing at gaming. So glad she has you guys supporting her and cheering her on. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. I love you, love you, love you. Big kisses to the kids, my grandkids. I miss them. So glad that they all get to be together in one place, and happy. Oh, my. Oh, Kitty Fox, Palia, keeping our brain matter ticking over by promoting thinking and problem solving skills. Oh, that's for sure. And, sometimes I think I create my own problems. Okay, look at that. I almost did it. Okay, so this should be a two-story foyer, but there's still an upstairs wall Now, do I remove that from the back or the front? And so this is where you're kind of getting into the hit or miss stuff. I think I'll try it from the front. So we'll go to this wall and we'll turn it into an empty wall. And then let's see if we got it. Yes. All right. So we have this beautiful two-story foyer. The only problem with that is that it does use 4 units out of the 12 that you're allowed to put together. So quite a bit of your usable space, especially upstairs, has now been relegated to a two-story foyer, but I really like the look. So probably I'm going to just go ahead and keep that. And then I think for the back 2 rooms, oh golly, this is always so hard for me because I want to be able to have indoor, I want to have an indoor workroom area while at the same time I want it to be real fast to get to. Like when I hit the plot, I want to be able to run right in to that room. I think I'm going to turn that and let it have a back door. I think that's I think that's the best thing to do. Um, maybe. Wow, I'm glad I cut down enough trees. Just barely cut down enough trees. I think we've reached the tree line. So then if this has this wall with, say, a doorway, we could do that. And this one could have a doorway. And we want to go ahead and leave the roof in place. So we're finished with that. See what happens now when we go in the front door. Oh no. It's all the roof's up. The ceiling is all back. I didn't do that. So why did that happen? I do not know. Okay, well, hmm. Things that make you go, hmm. Maybe if I do it again, it'll stick this time. We'll see, I guess. I'm going to take out the floor and make it see-through on both of these and see what happens. I don't know if it's just a glitch. Does it reset each time you change the rooms? Well, it seems to be right, Guyver, but I don't know if it's supposed to or if I'm doing something wrong or it's just a quirk. It might be just a really quirky little system. Okay, I don't think, well, maybe. I don't remember if I built stairs in preparation for this whole process, but I may not have. Here's some windows, though. We will be using those. No, we haven't built any interior stairs, so we're going to have to go back to the workbench because we are probably going to want to be able to go upstairs at some point. Okay, which I guess we'll face the upstairs out. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I better do that before I forget what I'm doing. And I'm going to turn that one so that the door is facing backwards. And then that way, if I want to have a patio back here instead of a roof, I could have a flat patio back there and have a door that goes out to it, depending on where we can get our stairways. Oh, yeah, Rye says he hasn't played with these enough to know. I haven't played with them enough to know the ins and outs. I swear to Connie. And, even Regina, who's usually the queen of our building system nonsense that we do, even Reggie hasn't, I don't think, played with this system enough to know everything about how it works. So we're all kind of learning together. Oh, crikey, I'm already out of Heartwood planks. Kitty Fox says, I blinked. Well, you blinked and I ran out of Heartwood planks. I don't even know if I have any in the saws. Oh, ancient planks, because you have to have ancient planks for the honey bunch furniture, and I knew I was going to want to make that. So I went and bought the recipes from Tish. But now I am going to have to go run out the back door and cut down some trees. nice and boring for everybody. Sarah William, hi, welcome in. Hi, I'm okay. How are you doing? We had a crazy few months after the hack in October, and we're still recovering the channel, but we're working on it. So, yeah, this is the first time that we have streamed since October. And at the time that we got hacked, we were streaming Voyagers of Nera. We were streaming some things from Enshrouded. We were streaming Palia every week, pretty much. I had 250 videos on YouTube. I mean, we got hacked at a bad time. We had really grown, and then all of a sudden that all went away and kind of nutty, but we're rebuilding. Hey, the trees are gone. I always cut those trees down. Somebody cut my trees down. Somebody should like run up after me and start shooting these Mujin that are going to come out of the trees I cut down. Right Guyver says, wait, are you live on Twitch as well? Gosh, I hope so. Am I? I sure hope I am. I tried really hard. That is something that we worked on all weekend. Sarah, this is our first stream, our very first one. So you are part of history. You are part of the very first stream since Melody Rose Games got hacked last October, and that name is now gone. I won't be using it anymore. So yeah, I'm just my boss, my husband, Byron. I work for him, always have, and it's his. He's always owned the YouTube brand, and I was just under him. So we're just using his straight up YouTube brand now, and it's safer, and we have less to worry about. Yeah. So uh, I was telling them all earlier, the hack it was very it was just unexpected. We didn't know it was coming. We didn't see it coming. Didn't know it could even happen. We thought we were protected. Um, the guy that built our Discord for us assured us that we were as protected as we could be and still allow some, some things for the, patrons to be able to do and attach and chat and stuff like that. But one day we just noticed that somehow half, like half of our Discord members had been banned. We didn't ban them. We didn't do it. We had a bad actor hack us through, I guess, attached videos. There's something that had been attached. So yeah. So anyway, I enabled the Twitch drops, but I don't know if it's working. Yeah, we have to start over on followers completely. We have no Twitch followers at all right now. So if there's a little button you can push where you show us love, we would love you back, I promise. All right, Guyver, you can confirm that the Twitch drops are on? Have I ever played Stardew Valley? What kind of question is that? Well, there's 2 years of my life I can never get back. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but oh man, that game ate up our lives. It ate up so many people's lives. It's crazy. But yeah, that was kind of the first cozy game that we ever played. We played World of Warcraft many years. We played Final Fantasy 14. We played Elder Scrolls Online. My husband still plays Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, so and we even tried some of the top-down Korean MMO RPGs and different things like that, Lost Ark, stuff like that. We played the Amazon one, so yeah, we've done all of it, but we were mostly MMO RPG players. And then my nephews, I have three nephews who work in this field, or sort of in this field of gaming. they know a lot about it, or they work in it, or their best friend works in it. One of them is out in California, and he does animation for movies and for video games. And so they started up a server, their own server in my nephew's house, and started playing Valheim and invited us to play. So then we played Valheim. But in the meantime, I that was the only like playing with someone we had ever done before outside of an MMORPG. We didn't even know you could do that, or that that existed, that someone could have a server at their house, and 10 people could play together. So that was really fun. We loved that. But yeah, once we got old enough that we weren't fast enough anymore to put up really good DPS, our damage per second numbers weren't good enough to be in a raid group. So once you get to where you can't be in a raid group and you don't want to do nightly raid practice to go do the raids every weekend in WoW or whatever, you just get beyond that point. And that's when I played Stardew Valley. It was recommended to me, and I thought, okay, I'll try it for a day. I'm sure that, I'm not going to like it because it's nothing like these online games I've been playing my whole life. We're from the Midwest in the United States. And then when I played Stardew Valley, of course, you get sucked in, but you don't know what you're doing. Okay. And I'm sure this happened to a lot of people. If you don't know what you're doing, then you don't rush and realize that there are certain crops and things, certain trees. There are trees that you have to plant right now. If you don't plant that tree, it's not going to grow in time. You're not going to have the fruit from it, and you're not going to win the fair that comes up in the autumn. You know what I'm saying? So you are almost completely finished with your whole first year in the game, and all of a sudden, you realize you can't win the fair. You can't even participate in the fair. Really? I mean, you can go take some products you've grown or whatever, but you're not going to probably have a bottle of wine or whatever to put in, and you're not going to have, the best value things from your garden. And there's going to be trees you didn't get grown. And so you're not going to have, the products that you need, the stuff from trees for. So really, you have to play a whole second year of Stardew Valley before you can really get what's going on. So then after you play your second year, then you kind of have it all figured out, and more or less you meet the wizard, and the wizard teaches you some great things about putting these little guys in place to work on your farm for you and all that stuff. So where are you from, Sarah? Are you also from the United States, US? In general, don't be specific. I worry about people now all the time. After getting hacked, I'm a worrywart. So, all right, this ought to be enough wood to get us going. We're probably going to have to make more stone blocks too, but we'll go get the wood going. But yeah, so there was quite a while where I played Stardew Valley every night after work for a little while. And then, of course, COVID came. And then Animal Crossing New Horizon. And people don't take no for an answer when it comes to Animal Crossing. If you have friends that play video games back in 2019 or 2020, they were never, ever, ever going to leave you alone until you tried it. I mean, it was like, you have to try it. You have to try it. So, yeah, I finally gave in to everybody that said you have to play it. And then, oh, God, lost the next year of my life to Animal Crossing New Horizons. But I had heard about PALIA, and I knew it was coming, and I researched it, and I found out that it was going to be a cross between an MMO and a cozy game. And I fell crazy nuts in love with the idea of being an adult character. I want to be a grown up adult character. I don't want to be a baby little kid character, but a grown up adult character in a game where you have dozens of NPCs to get to know and talk to and romance and all that stuff. And you can build a house and you have your own plot. And every single person gets a house forever and ever and ever. And your first one is free. I mean, it's just, it was so refreshing after Final Fantasy and never making the list, never making the cut, never getting picked to have a house. No, I don't use anything customized on my channel yet. So not yet. Uh, not even sure what that would be. But yeah. So anyway, that's the whole story. What did I leave behind? I immediately backed PALIA. I have been excited about it since it was announced, and I applied to be in the closed beta and was accepted. So I've been playing this for 3 years. Um, just about, just it'll be 3 years in June, I think. It was May or June that the closed beta started 3 years ago. So it's been a good long haul and a lot of fun. And one of the few games I can say that I've ever played for 3 years and still go back to. But yeah, so it's great. Love it, love it, love it. So then we started waiting. We thought, okay, PALIA is coming along. It's still in beta. It's not even out in full release yet. It's been in beta 2.5 years, or early access, I guess you would call it. It's been in early access for a couple of years now. Where's some more games? We want more games. Aren't they ever going to happen? We want to play adult, grown up characters, and we want to be able to change clothing and maybe make our own clothing or buy clothing or manufacture it. And we want to build a house and have a ranch and a farm. We want all the things we do in PALIA, plus maybe we'd also like to ride on mounts, and maybe we'd like to build houses and just all these things we want, we want, we want. And where are they? Why aren't there more games? And we also want it to be multiplayer. So it's a big ask. PALIA is it, period. 100%. None. No other online multiplayer cozy games existed. There were 997 MMORPGs when I checked 2 years ago online, and only PALIA was cozy. So yeah, anyway. Um I may join the Discord and talk to me about it on the Discord. There's a link to the Discord on YouTube or on Twitch, I believe. So yeah, Sarah, join the Discord so I can hit you up. The thing I do, I pay artists, but it isn't for this. But my real job, I'm a long arm quilter and have been for many, many years. And I make quilts myself, but I also, most of my time is spent quilting for other people, for my customers. And I do it all day, every day. So I'm constantly quilting. And I really like to do some creative things when I can with quilt blocks, with applique, with embroidery. And I'm always needing things that I can digitize. And digitizing also is a specific skill set, and it takes a lot of patience. So sometimes I just pay people who know how to digitize artwork for me. But a lot of times they want that artwork to have certain parameters, like they would like it to be SVG. So, they want it to be sizable, so they can change the size of it without pixelating it and messing it up. And I'll talk to you off stream about all that. But yeah, so I do pay people for to make artwork for me. here and there, not daily, but a few times a year. So you never know. I've been working on something just recently that just right up that alley. All right. So we've got to go put all this wood in the machines. I wonder how many licenses I have for machines right now. I could pick up something and make another like woodworking machine, I guess. That'd probably be the best bet because these aren't going to make wood fast enough to suit me. I'm going to be like, no, I want my wood and I want it right now. I guess I'm just going to go spend money. Friend request on Discord. I can, but probably not right now. I'd have to do it after the stream. Anyway, let me see if I go because otherwise I'm gonna cause a mess. So yeah. If it needs to happen right now, then it's not gonna happen. So sorry. But thank you for the offer. And thanks for coming in. Do all right. So what some people may not realize if they're new players. Logging on if I need to do a request. Okay, so here's the deal with requests. You usually can't get very much. So it's like, wow, I really yeah. How many planks can you get in a request? I don't even know. I got to repair 216 gold to repair. Oh my, I wore out my stuff. There's a lot of things you can only ask for one. And it's like one isn't going to do me any good. I need 100. Except for like, I know the flowwood, like the flowwood, the minimum you can ask for is 20. So if you do it 4 times, you're asking somebody to give you 80 flowwood or 80 flowwood planks. It's kind of crazy. But it's only 8 gold for a heartwood plank. My only wish is that I wouldn't have to keep clicking the button. Like, I wish I could just put in the number I want, like 200, and just get 200. Or I wish I could just hold it down and it would just keep clicking until I had 200 in my bag. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So I will just get a bunch of these and then, oh yeah, we're going to need more stone blocks. And I can make some more of those at home too. However, it would take forever. You know, they'd be ready to use tomorrow. So I might as well buy some. So here's the deal. I'm truly not ready to be streaming. I love that your name is Yarn Dragon. I'm gonna have to hear more about that. You must be knitting or crocheting or something. Did you make dragons out of yarn? I mean, I want to know. These are things I'm interested in as a crafty person myself. All right, we'll go back home and see how far we can get with what we purchased. I guess I should stop by Zeki's store and make my daily. If you're a new player, you go to Zeki's store and like for 20 gold, something cheap, you can buy some smoke bombs. And I know at the beginning of the game you don't have any money, but it's worth it to buy that one thing every day. And then you will get a Zeki coin every day in the mail that you buy something from him. And then you can take it back down there and put it in the big Zeki wondrous bubblegum machine. And lots of times, I knew it. I knew you crocheted or knitted. And I bet you have crocheted or knitted dragons. Wait, it could be a new band and hats and game characters and knit sweaters. I do all those things too, only I'm crochet. I don't knit. I don't know how to knit. But in my family, they crocheted. So when I was a little child, they taught me how to crochet. That was the deal. But what I was getting at earlier is I'm not ready to stream. I'm not at all ready to stream. I don't have normally I would have all this stuff made in advance, I wouldn't be running around trying to cut down trees and collect stuff live and waste your all's time. But I was about 50-50 convinced that it wasn't going to work. I thought for sure it wasn't going to work. So I just went about my business of setting everything up. And if you don't know, you have to set up a whole bunch, like 20 steps on Twitch. You set everything up on YouTube, bunch more steps. You set everything up on, your OBS, a whole bunch of steps. You set everything up on Restream. And my hubby is amazing and does a lot of stuff with all of that. However, I did not get ready in advance for this one. So, oh, I need white stone. So now we can make another house. I wonder how many more we need. I guess I'll just make one and go see. I know, right, Kyber? I'm back in business, baby. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. But I mean, I used to stream all the time, and I don't think I ever had anybody come into my stream chat who was like somebody who is crafty, makes stuff and sells stuff. And today we have had a lot of people doing that. So the Conservatory Blueprint Yard Dragon is part of the path. So this time our battle pass or our lunar path, the path of the frog, whatever it is, Frogbert, it is a stop on that path. The fireplace is close to last. It might be in the 4th row. And then the conservatory windows are very last. They're in the 5th row of it. So what I had to do was finish all of my bundles. And then I did all my weeklies last week and this week to get enough points to where I had the path finished so that I could get all the stuff for this video. So yeah, if you go look at your path on the bulletin board or in your, you can look at it right here on this red thing. So when you look at path of the shred, I didn't do that one. Sorry, I didn't like it. Path of the tadpole, that's it. So I've completed the path of the tadpole. So if you look on it, let's see. Oh, the fireplace is in row 2. Let's see. You've got some ivy and stuff that you can put on and windows and things that are going to be in like row 3 and row 4. You get the chimney and some things like that you can craft at home. And then in row 5, right over here, spot 34 right here is the conservatory. So it does take some work to get that, but I'm going to try putting it on right now because I don't know, should I put the upper house on first before I put the conservatory? I don't know if they get in each other's way, I guess is what I'm saying. Guess we'll find out. Maybe we go to the H menu. We get one. Oh, we need to turn it around. So use Q and turn it around, and then hopefully it'll go. Now, here's the news, though. This is a building. This conservatory window, that's an entire unit. So if you're limited to 12 units or 14 units, whatever limit you are on, this is one of those. This counts. So before, you could have 6 houses on the bottom and 6 houses on the top, and that was 12 houses, 2 stories. But you can't anymore because if you want to have conservatory windows and I want 2 of them, that's going to remove 2 rooms from my house if I'm limited to 12. Now I finished the path this time, so I earned 2 more, so I'm limited to 14. And I'm not going to put one back here. I'm going to use that as an outdoor deck or something. That'll save me 1 so I can put in the fireplace because I would like to have the fireplace. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to take this building off and change this to a wall with no doorway. I am going to do that. because I want to put the fireplace over here. I do believe. So I'm going to change this to no doorway and then put this back on. Whew. I'm glad I saw that before I put furniture in. That's the bad part. If you do all the decorating and the furniture and yada yada, you will end up with so there's an estate base we can build. You'll end up with a house full of furniture and decorations that you then have to remove. Sashi! Welcome in, welcome in. Sashi was my author. Hey, so good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, because each of these windows counts as a room. So we've got 11. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So then I can put this one up here, and that'll be 12. I think I'm going to turn that and see if I can make that door go out the back later, in case we end up putting a deck back here as well. But then I want to see if I can put the fireplace on because I'm too excited. Did I build a fireplace, guys? I can't remember. I just did this stuff. Or is it in your bag? I don't know. There's the windows, but I don't see the fireplace in my bag. Oh, I might not have had enough white stone. I bet that was it. I had 29 and you have to have 30. I bet I didn't have enough white stone blocks. I have white stone. I could make some blocks. Just need one. Shouldn't take too long. This is what I'm saying, boys and girls. It is really hard to keep up with all this stuff when you want to use the piece by piece building system. The old building system, you would go to City Hall and you would purchase a room, small, medium, or large. You would have your original first house, then you would purchase a small, medium, or large house. Oh no, it put the roofs back in. The ceilings are back in. Oh, okay, I'll take them out again and see what happens. Harg. But you could put them together in various ways, but it was not quite as creative as you can get with this system. And you still had to use ingredients. You still had to use wood and whatnot to make them, but it was the lower level wood. So you're talking about your normal planks and your normal, normal stuff, that this is taking more like hardwood planks, and these windows took ancient wood planks, so you're kind of a more higher dollar system when you're talking about. Just on YouTube today? No, we're on Twitch. Oh, we were on Twitch. You guys, did we go off of Twitch somehow accidentally? Maybe because it's Byron Lance Games now, Saj. So, I still see me on Twitch. But yeah, it is Byron Lance Games, so you may not be, and we are doing the drops. And Ryan said the drops were working. So maybe you're not looking at the right thing on Twitch. I don't know. Or you know how sometimes it's like you guys couldn't find me when I would be on Twitch. If you just put in the word PALIA, and it's supposed to come up with everybody that's streaming PALIA right that second, and then it wouldn't come up with me. And I'd get so aggravated. It's like, why? Why is it not coming up with my name here? What is going on? Yarn Dragon says she sees me on Twitch. Yay! And Rye Guyver gave us the Discord so that anybody who needs to or wants to can get on the Discord. Okay, I got one block, which is what I needed, I think, to make the fireplace. This is kind of a rookie camp going on here. I want some staircases. So, oh, I'm going to use those boards I just bought to make staircases. And then I also want the fireplace. Now that's called, is that a cottage fireplace? Alchemist Fireplace is what it's called. So the Alchemist Fireplace takes 30 white stone slabs. So you're talking about a lot more trouble to gather these. It's just a more high dollar ingredient building system than if you use the old harvest house system where you just used your plainest wood and your plainest stone blocks. This is more, ancient wood planks and it's elder wood stuff. So heaven only knows when we get to the next, like the end of May, and we get to move on to the next big area in PALIA, what kind of ingredients we'll have to gather there, and then what things we'll be able to make for our houses. Okay, so yay! Okay, so Sasha figured it out. Yay! And like I told Rygiver a while ago, Sash, I did it. In the process of setting this all up, and Byron's been working on it for days, trying to get this all fixed up. It did say, "Do you want to enter the names of your moderators?" So I did put you in there, but it didn't ask me to ask your permission. And before, I know when it said, do you have anyone you'd like to be a moderator? And I said yes and put in Rygiver, Sashi. It then would say, okay, we'll send this request to them. And if they approve it, they'll be your moderator. But this time it didn't ask me to approve it. So I hope you guys don't mind. But I think it let me choose you as moderators. Okay, so we'll go back to the age menu. It's set. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, here it goes. The Alchemist Fireplace. Once again, you use Q as in queen when you need to turn something. So if you need to turn something, and then also, you guys, you're going to hate this news, but this counts as a whole room. So one entire house unit is the same as this fireplace or this window. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So now we have 13. So I could actually put another room up here upstairs and have 2 rooms upstairs. But I don't think I have what I need to build it. Oh, Nightbot. Oh, Sashi. I was having such a good day. Did you have to say night? There's no cursing in this chat, so try not to use the word Nightbot anymore, okay? No, I'm just kidding. The other moderator will warn you. Yeah, if you mention Steven again, Byron started it. It's your fault, Byron. You cursed first. Oh, this looks awesome. I can see clearly now. The window fog is gone. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. This is awesome. Beautiful. And I have my 2-story foyer. Now I got to figure out how to get this darn staircase in and still be able to go outside onto the upper deck. And that, kids, is a trick. Maybe if I turn it this way. I probably have to move it down a little bit. Boy, you would have to really sneak past the fireplace. Yeah, it is pretty, isn't it, Yarn Dragon? I mean, I'm so excited. It was worth it. All weekend, Byron's been helping me get all 25 blue eggs, 25 yellow eggs, 25 red eggs, 20, so that we can finish the vaults. 10 star level. 10. Really? 10 star level. Duskwing. Okay, so if I do that, is that going to end up? I bet that doesn't end up putting me at the doorway to go out back onto the deck. I bet that's not going to pan out, but we're going to check. We're going to see. So we're going to put a door in the back of this building, whether it likes it or not. It's probably going to be a hole. I think they have got to fix that. And I think they will. I think they're working on stuff, all the time. Like, for instance, you can put wallpaper on all of your walls and have it all beautiful and matching, but then you can't put it right here on the side of the staircase. So then the staircase is kind of goofy. Yeah, it's not going to let me put it where, yeah, because if I come out right where that doorway is, I wouldn't be able to get, oh no, yeah, that wouldn't work. Oh, golly. Okay, I can try putting, I don't want to put it in the middle of the room. It'll block the fireplace. This is a dilemma. This is a conundrum. See, I could put it that way, but then let me see. When you come in the front door, it kind of messes up the look of your fireplace. I suppose it could be worse, but then, this will take you so you can go out onto your deck, but then you're not going into your room. And it's really taking all the space out of your room. S6, PALIA, we need a fix for this. I swear to Connie, we always want more and more and more. Every time they give us something, we want, we want, we want. Okay, so if I put it, will it let me put it farther out this way? Wonder what happens if I put it there. Ah, yay! I can go in the room. I have enough room to put a bed or an office up here, and I can get out onto our private deck. And it's not that obtrusive inside the house. So, yay! Okay, that's exciting. We got to do that on the other side too, if I can make that work. And then, in the old days, like Civil War days, hoop skirt days, they used to have dueling staircases to go upstairs. Let's see, that's too far in. Yeah. Um, because they didn't want you to see the girl's ankles if you were going up the stairs behind her. And if you were male and she was female, back in those days, you weren't going to go ahead of her up the stairs. Heavens, no. You had to walk behind her. Okay, so now we've got our dueling staircases. See, and someday I envision that you could have doorways up there in the top and like a balcony and a railing all the way around like at Kenley and Eshy's house right now. I'm hoping they'll add that to the game. But we are so lucky that they added these windows and this fireplace. We're so lucky that they got that done for us that I seriously, kids, I'm not complaining. I'm really not. Okay, so now the decision as to whether to have a patio out back there or whether or not I can make another room. The time hath cometh, and then we have to decorate. Byron, are you gonna like weigh in on the decorations for your house? I'm working for my husband. This is his house. He doesn't care. Like I said, he just had a million things in the yard. You could not walk through his yard. It took me 2 hours to pick it all up this morning. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Okay, let's see. I don't know if we can make an estate base. We are short 39 planks. Let's see if we've made that many yet. Probably not. No, we've made 8. Oh, okay. So for right now, that either is going to be a patio out back or just I won't do anything with it at this point in time and add to it the next time we stream. That seems like a plan. Oh, man. Okay, so here's another thing that happens to me. I am very bad about remembering where all my storage boxes are. So when I finally have enough money to upgrade, say from the iron to the pallium, I don't get all of the number of spaces because I couldn't find all my boxes back on my other character because she has 6 plots and she's got a box on every plot. And oh, nonsense. So I bet you I'm not going to even have enough stuff now to upgrade that because I just used it building houses. But I'm about to run out of space for putting things away. So I'm going to have to see if I can turn this into. Oh, okay. It uses ancient wood to do the pallium. Okay, good. So we'll at least get that one done. And I don't really need it here. I can put it back here with the others that I found and changed. But we're supposed to have 8, right? I don't think I have 8. I have 3 of the safe storage, but I don't know. 5 there and 1 over here. That makes 6. Yeah, I'm still missing a couple of boxes. Oh well, they're somewhere. Then what I do, you can build a ladder out of treasure chests, or you can try using a bouncy shroom. But usually I need a way to get up on the roof in case I want to change the color of the roof or whatever. So I'm probably going to bring this bouncy. I don't know how many you can request. I have no idea. Byron, my husband and my boss and the love of my life, could actually give them to me so that you don't have to give them to me. But I have no idea if you can only request 1 or if it lets you request 20. Let's see, those are called heartwood planks. So I got to go down to H, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K. Oh, it is 20. You can request 20. I have no idea if I'm going to need to request anything later. I don't know. But Pyron, if you're on, you can fill my request. And I don't know what. Oh, Whitestone, you only get 2. So there's no point. I can just wait on those. All right. So, I gotta decide on some colors. That's gonna be the deal. It's dependent on what bugs and fish I have. Ah, you have loads of them. Well, I'll take some then. Thank you very much, but you certainly don't have to. It takes a lot of bugs, fish, various different things, ginger. It takes a lot of stuff to make the tint colors. So whatever I have the most of is probably the color I'm going to end up using. But I was kind of curious about using maybe some black. But now that I've made some space, I can put some of this stuff away that I got while we were out and about. I'll sell that. I don't need any green eggs, but you know what? They don't let me give away the green eggs. I told somebody, oh, if you're short, I have extra. So just ask for some eggs, the green eggs. And they were like, you can't do that, Mel. Well, search me. I thought I saw eggs on the request list. Thank you so much. Um, I thought I saw eggs on the request list, but she said those were candy eggs. And so that's a whole different deal. I was not able to actually request real the eggs that we use for this patch. That wasn't happening. thank you so much. All right, I'll see if I can build this house and put your name on it. This is going to be the yarn dragon room in the house. Back to estate and everything. And yes, because I have plenty of stone blocks. And I'm going to run short on iron soon. So when that happens, I'm just going to quit for the day. Like I said, I'm not ready to be streaming anyway. I didn't think it was going to work. Sashi says, I've not even started making any of the tints yet. I'm a bit of a klepto, so I usually have a little of everything, but not a lot. Yeah, okay, so here's an example, Sash. I thought it'd be fun, since this is Byron's house, to have some black furniture in it. But to make the noir or the black tint, one batch of 20 takes 4 of the dragonflies, not brush tail dragonflies. Oh, well, somebody filled them because I got them. So don't worry about it, Yarn Dragon. I got them and I used them and I made the house. Anyway, it's called the Inky Dragonfly, and they're pretty much only in Bahari, and they're only kind of along the river. And the only place I've got them regularly is at, if you go, well, there's a couple of spots along the river where you might get them, but Hodari's, his yard where his river is, I've put a bug bomb there before, and I'll end up getting 30 brush tails and maybe 6 or 8 of the inky dragon. And it takes 4 to make one batch of the black paint. So obviously I don't have much of the black paint. So that's going to be a hang up, because like if you want to do a sofa, it might take 5 or 6 or 7 out of the 20 that you get from making a batch just to tint one sofa. So yeah, whatever happens with all that, I'll see if I can put this house out and let it grow up. Yeah, inky are few and far between. It is so true. Plus, you also need, say, I love the olive color, and I love the greens and browns of the color from, oh, paddock. That's what it's called, paddock. I love paddock and I love olive, and that requires a lot of snails, Bahari pike, um, crabs. I mean, there's just the things that are required sometimes are a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay, so if I put this up there, I want it to probably not have that door out back. So I guess I'll just leave it as is, put it in, and then take out the front wall, I think. Are you going to go in or not? There we go. So then if I remove the front wall, I should have an open room up there, other than the fact that the stairway will be messed up. Part of it. It takes part of it out. Why did it do that? What is that? That's, what is that? I'm getting, I keep doing this over and over, and it keeps making me do it again. But I don't know why. All right, I'm going to take the floor out again. That was absolutely insane looking. We don't want any of that. We don't want any of that business going on. All right. One more time. Please don't be there. Okay. Now, I just want it to stay like this. What has a girl got to do? Okay, so here's another trick, you guys. The wood floor shows. See it right above my head? The edge of the wood floor shows from downstairs. If you use a floor covering upstairs that's, say, pink, the edge of that wood is going to be pink, sticking down out of the ceiling. you will notice it. So you almost are best off to use a wood floor upstairs. I know, not ideal because it does eliminate some of your favorites, but I think you're better off if you actually do use a wood floor up there. So I'm going to bring a treasure box inside so I have easy access. I'll just tuck it behind the stairway over here. And then that way we can kind of look at the flooring. All of my flooring should be in the safe storage. Yeah, so like see this like bright copper and stuff. That copper will show, I think. We'll give that a try and see what happens. And I don't think, see, my character has all the floors and all the walls, but this is my own landscapes. He does not. Rats, we are pretty limited. With even a wood floor. What do we got going on here? What's a sienna cubed floor? I don't know for sure. Or ochre cubed floor. I guess we'll take a look at them. But I know if I put like something blue like that, it will show. But maybe it'll be better this time than in the past. We'll go take a look and see. Just to see what would happen if you put that in and then you go downstairs. Yeah, see what I mean? Poof! You have a red line across there. If you don't mind it, then it's okay. Oh, I'm right there with you, Yarn Dragon. Fishing is my last thing. Byron's very first 25 eggs done, blue. Fishing. My last set of eggs done, blue. Fishing. I don't like to fish. But yeah, Byron, he's so great about the fishing. Now, see what I mean? If you use a wood floor upstairs, then that little wood edge just stays the way it is and doesn't look all weird. So that kind of, yeah, it makes it better to put a wood floor in. And that's a really cute wood floor. So, okay, I'm there. I'm all about it. But is that going to show back here? No, it shouldn't. So I can have fun with this back one, although it's hard to have fun when you're pretty limited on your flooring. By Roan. What have you been doing? See, he doesn't build a house, so he doesn't buy the flooring. Yarn Dragon chatting to Hassian about eggs on the Spring Quest. I'm sure Hassian has great things to say about the eggs. It's your first time and you're only a kid at heart, right? You can be a kid. Okay. So for sure, I want to put this colorful one out here on the deck. What on earth would you want other than a beautiful, colorful one out on your deck? Brighten up your world. And I'm going to probably try to make this room my workshop. And I don't know that it's going to be big enough for all of the stuff. It's probably not. That's going to be the kicker is, oh, because then you almost have to put some stuff out back. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. I'm at my limit on buildings, I do believe. Let's see. We can count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm done. I'm at my limit. I can't put anything else onto the house. So some of the machines will just have to be out back. I could put in a pavilion. I have extra pavilions already made. That might be a nice option. However, oh, I'd have to cut out a big tree. You would think by now, after almost 3 years of playing this game, that I would be over the trauma of cutting the trees and the rocks out of my yard. Really, Mel, get over it. But it was traumatic when we first started playing because you couldn't buy or get seeds and put more trees back out. If you cut them all down, they were gone forever. So you could, we were just so hesitant to cut anything down unless we absolutely had to. And I guess that trauma is still with me. All right, let me see if I can put a pavilion back here. And that'll stand in for part of our workstation. And maybe we can change the roof so that the roofs all match or something like that. Okay, so I don't think I got it quite lined up. Might be just a little bit offline. The steps aren't quite coming right out to the center of it, so I don't know. I guess I should move it so I have a nice hallway. But I don't know if I can get it any closer to the house. That's the question. Now, if you hold down your right mouse button, you can move. And then you can also turn your entire plot by using Q. So I can turn the plot and maybe get a slightly better look at where I'm putting that thing. Yeah, a little bit better. So I'll pick it up. Oh, I just don't know how close I can get it to that stairway. Hey, that's pretty close. All right, I'm going to click on it right there. How'd we do? We could move it in this way a little bit, but I love how far you can put it to where it's just right at the edge of the stairs. I know. Sashi is still pissed that we cannot manufacture our own rocks that look like this because the rocks you purchase don't look like this. The rocks you purchase are sad, sad things. They're just kind of rounded and different. I don't know. They're the rocks from out in the world, not the rocks that they're the decorative rocks from out in the world, not the rocks that we can actually cut down. And maybe that's why. Maybe if they allowed us to buy or make these kind of rocks and put them down, we would then be able to mine them. And if we could mine them, then we would be cheating. We would just make a whole bunch of rocks, put them down and mine them and never have to go out into the world, if you see what I'm saying. I mean, but we can do that with trees. We can grow our own trees and then cut them down. So it doesn't seem like it would make any difference if we grew our own rocks and cut them down. I'm never going to get this pavilion where I want it. I'm getting way too picky. But I kind of wanted to try to get it centered. Come on now. Oh, yes, perfect. Okay, so now we got it centered. Now it's the question. Do we pick up all this stuff one at a time and carry it over or take it over in my bag? Guess I will put away some of this stuff. I don't know if it's going to give me the message that, oh, you can't pick that up because it's crafting right now. Yep, not going to let me. So I have to carry them one at a time. So I guess I'll put the crafters out here. Maybe the big machinery is better off out here. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. The eggs for the board out in the world somewhere, but the ones that are part of this patch, you can't gift those to somebody. I wanted to gift them. Somebody was, I think it was Regina or somebody was saying that they were short on, I forget if it was blue ones or whatever it was. I didn't have extra blue ones, so it must have been green ones. I don't know. Anyway, I said, "Oh, well, let me give you some because I'm finished. I have turned in all 25 and I have a couple of extras. So just request them." I saw them on the request thing. And she was like, "Mel, those are candy eggs." You can request and give candy eggs, but you cannot request and give the eggs that are used on the bulletin board in downtown Killama to turn in. So, I guess it was just wishful giving on my part. I thought, "Oh, well, that'd be great. I have extra. I could give them away to somebody that needs them." Yeah, no, that didn't happen. The one good thing that did happen after spending days and days with Byron and then like yesterday, some with Joe Boo and Regina doing all of the lures so that we could finish off all the vaults, was that we ended up getting our little plushies. So that was pretty great. Okay, I like to have my workbench right where I run into the room. So, like, if I come into the front door and I have to run back here and go into the room, I want it right, yeah, I want it right here. That's going to make the most sense. And I think that'll make the most sense to Byron. Oh, I don't know if I'm kind or just dumb. I don't know why I thought I thought I could give away those eggs, but that's not how it works at all. I got one golden bee. Which way do I want these to go? I got one golden bee plush and one Bahari bee plush and one rainbow frog plush. And then just for this character, because normally I don't ever spend any money on well, I never have spent any money on any of the path stuff before, but just for the sake of getting this up and going on Byron, I went ahead and bought the purchased star items on the path this time. So I would have all the things to show, and that gives you a rainbow frog also. But it's more fun when you get it yourself out in the wild than, having gotten it by buying the path. Wow, those big things take up some space. They don't leave a lot of room in between, do they? Let me see. What else are we going to leave outside? Wonder if this will fit between them. See, now you guys are just stuck watching me decorate, get Byron's plot set up. But it's going to be amazing when it's set up, right? I mean, amazing. Once I carry all this stuff in there and set it up. Hey, thanks, you guys. We reached 100 messages on the stream today. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, Ryan, Sashi, and Byron for trying to help people when I am not watching the chat and answering people because I get different screens up when I'm working on building and decorating. And when I'm looking at those screens, I don't see the chat. So I am sorry about that. And thank you guys for answering people and keeping everybody involved. Okay, so now we got to move in our what worm machines, you think should go in there? And then just leave the great big machines outdoors, out in the rain and the wind and snow. Do. Boy, I tell you what, that's one thing about this game and the weather. No, you talk just the right amount in chat, Yarn Dragon. Having a game where it follows the season means that you can't speed through winter. I don't know if you guys ever did that in another game. Well, what game was it? I want to say Animal Crossing, maybe, or but there was certain games where, gosh, the winter is long and I don't have anything to do and I just need to let things cook or simmer or bake or grow in the garden or whatever. And I would just like sleep all the days away to get out of winter because I don't like snow and cold and winter. It's fine at Christmas and then I'm finished and I want it to be spring. It's just since I've gotten older. When I was a kid, we were, ice skating, sled riding, starting bonfires outside, all that good stuff. But now I'm like old. I don't like it, and it's cold, and it hurts. So I get to where if it's cold and snowy and gray inside my game as well as outside my house, it's depressing. You just like don't even want to turn the game on because you're so tired of winter. So yeah, that's the one thing about these games like Palia where they actually cover, kind of live in the real seasons of life. I was really ready for winter to be over. I was ready for spring. I'm hoping maybe they'll start. I wish they would start making fall a little longer and spring start a little earlier and have a shorter winter season. I in some games, like Regina was telling me, she plays a lot of Heartopia. I don't play a lot of it because I don't like gotcha games. But uh, she said they realized that sometimes causes like snow blindness or bothers people, gives them headaches or whatever if the game is covered in snow for the whole time. So they just click a button. They click a button and the snowy landscape is gone. You got to love that. Snow's gone, winter's over, it's just spring again. So you end up in game not having to even deal with winter. So that's kind of nice. Oh, I got to take my magic wand over. Looks like I need to do some watering. Okay, so we've got the shop in and we need to get the kitchen in and do the rest of the decor. Oh, yeah. Putting all the kitchen equipment in one room this size is a little bit tricky. Um, but you can make it work. So you might just have to play with it a little bit, and sometimes you might not like be able to fit the extra pieces, like say the refrigerator or something in. Because with these windows, I would hate to block these beautiful windows, you know? Got that beautiful window going, and I would hate to block that. Oh, I don't know if I want to put a stove over there though. Oh, yikes. Crikey. Maybe I can fit both stoves on this side of the door and then see if we can make like a counter, like it would be a bar that separates the kitchen from the living room or something. Maybe using the prep tables. I know I can't go too far with it because of the stairway. We don't want to leave it to where people can't walk through. But yeah, I think it's going to be difficult to have, say, any of those pieces from Zeki that like seem to go in a kitchen or one of their like, the homestead refrigerator or something like that. It might be a little less. I have a few less decorative options. I hate to put this in that beautiful window. I wonder if I can just I could squeeze one in there. That's not going to be the most sightly thing. I think this is going to be just a little bit weird. Put them back to back like an island. Brilliant. Like that? Or is it better to use these two as an island? Maybe. Well, actually, I jump from one to another when I'm cooking on these all the time because if you start your recipe on this bench, it forces you to go to this bench to chop things. So if you have a recipe that starts at a prep station, it won't let you chop at that prep station. So you start it here and then you go here to chop. So I like to keep them side by side, but you don't use these quite as often. So probably I'd be better off to put these side like an island back to back. Oh yay, that's cool. Then I could probably fit the fridge in over here and still have that full kitchen look. And then I don't know, Mythic Mira 007, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, it's an adults only channel and chat just because sometimes accidentally things get slipped through and somebody says something untoward and I don't want to warp any little young minds. So I always just feel like, okay, it's just better if it's adult content and then try to keep it PG as much as possible anyway. But in case there's any slip ups, because a lot of times some of my community members will come on a stream with me, and of course, I can't reach over and cover their mouth when they say something they shouldn't. And she knows who she is out there, and it's not Sashi. Sometimes Regina and I will forget who we are and where we are, and heaven only knows what we might say. I haven't grown any. I understand. Yeah. And it's not that they wouldn't be welcome, it's that I don't want to do or say anything that they're gonna have to have explained to them by their parents later. Well, I was watching YouTube and this lady said, and yeah, no, I don't want that. So we are just an adult friendly crowd around here. I'm probably gonna like hurt people's feelings by saying it, but I honestly get confused sometimes by how many games there are out there available to play where you're adults but you're playing a little kid character. And I don't know, it's just weird to me. So that's why I like Palia because it's adult characters for adults to play, and it has romance and some adult themes in it. So yeah. Bonk Steven for bad behavior. It's not you, Sashi. It's Regina and I, because I'll start laughing about something, and then if she's on the stream, or even when Ghost used to be on the stream. Thank you for following. We had to start over. We got hacked last fall, so we had to start over after 3 years, and today is the very first stream ever. So you're part of history. side hobbies besides stream? Oh, well, I'm a content creator for um, cozy survival adventure games. So I don't stream as much as regular what I call streamers. People who are on Twitch streaming 3, 4, 5 days a week. Yeah, that's not me. Yeah, I'm a content creator and I do have a lot of videos out there, help videos, to help people or whatnot. But I still work full time as a long arm quilter. So I guess some people would consider sewing and quilting and applique and quilt top making and all that stuff a hobby, but it's not for me. For me, it is my full time job. So the whole time that I am streaming today, there is a quilt on my quilt machine in my office that is not quilting. No one is in there starting the next row. It's all computerized. I do a computerized long arm digital quilt service for people all over the country and some people in other countries. They send me their quilt tops and I quilt them and send them back. So I guess that would be a hobby for some people, but for me, it is my job. I want to put some bushes in, but I don't think Byron has any bushes. Like, I don't think he goes and does the bloom event. But you could put furniture in these conservatory windows also. I just don't know what will look the best from outside. So, yeah, for the kitchen especially, I think I like having the plants in there, even though a couple of these bushes are probably bigger than what I should be sticking in the window. But I'm just glad we can put plants in there. Don't even have to put them in pots or put dirt piles. Yes, yes, Mythic Mira. We have Discord and this, see, Twitch, the Byron Lance Games Twitch is hooked to the Byron Lance Discord. YouTube has a link to the Byron Lance Discord, although I believe I need to change it today. But I can put it in the chat. And yeah, yes, we have Discord. Hang on one second. I can see if I can get to it down here and copy the link for you. Okay. Because I think the one that is on YouTube right now is expired. I'm pretty sure. All right. So that right there should be the working link for the Discord, and I will fix the Discord link on YouTube. I will do that when I get off this stream. I could put those frogs in the window. I don't know. Or I could put furniture in the window if I had some furniture. Not sure what Byron has furniture wise. What did we do for a floor in the kitchen? Oh, it's all just wood floor. I might change that. I wonder how it would look if it's changed from there to there. Huh. Maybe. I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea, especially if I move these out to the edge of the flooring. I might leave that. And then we haven't put any flooring in here yet. I'm not sure what we're going to go with. Hmm. I don't know. It's okay, but it could make me dizzy. I know. It's a short trip to make me dizzy. I get it. That's kind of a neat floor. We might go with that. Yeah, I'm gonna look tonight on Discord because a couple people have said that they are gonna try to join or do friend requests. I will tell you right now, though, that I usually let people be a member on the Discord for a week, a few days or a week or so before I accept a friend request because we're pretty sure that friend requests that we accepted on Discord was the first step in for the hackers. And we our hack was awful. The hack it was awful. I can't I'll cry if I start talking about it. So I'm not going to ever do anything again that opens us up to hacking. And that does not mean I don't trust you one bit. I'm just not trusting anyone at this point in time. I'm slowing my roll and letting things happen more naturally, giving things time and not just immediately accepting people the second, that they apply, because I know that's how I let probably a bad actor in before. Because as soon as I accepted, and I remember it exactly, a friend request, it was within days I started getting all kinds of nasty stuff from them, and I asked them to stop it, and then they just started sending mean stuff. And then I had somebody else that was doing nothing but trying to sell me stuff and get me to buy things from them. And finally I had to unfriend them. And boy, it was not very long at all before the whole Discord was ruined. I mean, it was just ruined. It was a mess. They somehow hacked in. They banned all my members. But they got into my YouTube, my Twitch, my Etsy. They were everywhere. So it's nothing against you if I don't immediately accept your friend request, because I'll tell you right now, I probably won't. Not like the first day. I'm just being so careful because it was it was it was not it was not great. It was not fun. I didn't like it. I don't want to have to go through it again if I can help it at all. Okay. I think I want to put the kitchen wallpaper in here because I like it. But I guess I don't know, maybe we can't put it on the wall where the windows are. Maybe this purple, like right here, is gonna show no matter what. I think it is. So if you don't like that purple, you're kind of messed up because that purple's gonna show regardless of what you do. Which that's kind of odd, but okay. Then I'm thinking, oh, I wish he had the wallpaper with the deer on it because that's pretty cool for upstairs, but I don't think he has that one. Hmm. But we are getting kind of decorated. More than I thought I would get done today on this stream. I'm kind of fixing a mess while fixing a mess. Okay, so maybe we could put the tree wallpaper up there. That might look good. Let's see about that. And I don't see the floral wallpaper that I like with the honeybee. But I do like the desert deco, but I thought there was another one that was kind of blue in the desert deco. He might not have it. I don't think I'm seeing it. Smoky quartz. Oh, woodland deco. That's it. Okay, so the woodland deco is a pretty good all around one. And like I said, it's a bummer that you can't color the sides of the stairways because that's always gonna like sort of show like a sore thumb that you haven't been able to color the sides of the stairways. That makes them really stick out. Oh yeah, I like this one. This is the woodland deco, so it actually looks really good. And I didn't do anything for flooring in here. Tamala's house is Alchemist. So hers are the Alchemist buildings, but you can use these windows. You can use these parts interchangeably. So the greenhouse, like on her front porch, what we get is this conservatory window that's supposed to emulate that. And that's Tamala's house. So that's Alchemist. So it's an Alchemist conservatory and Alchemist fireplace. And this is the fireplace. But you can use them on the estate buildings when you build. And I use the estate base buildings. Kind of because they're more streamlined looking to me. So yeah, that's all. No other reason. The I like the other buildings too. These are just kind of streamlined. So the other ones are more of a cottage, which is if you want to build a cottage, especially a witchy cottage, a woodland cottage. But yeah, we all need glass. Sashi is right. We all need glass walls in our lives. Absolutely. Ryan and I were just having that talk this morning. We don't know how many times we've suggested to S6, please give us glass blocks, give us glass blocks, give us glass blocks. In the building, like there's the builder's copper walls or the builder's iron blocks or whatever. We want glass. Give us the glass. All right, I think I've put in all the windows that I have already built. Oh, golly. I don't know what I want for wallpaper up here, so I'm just going to use some peachy colored stuff until I figure it out. Quick decorating. I haven't even put anything on the outside of the house yet. My goodness, I am behind. Oh, you have to see Falling Water, Yarn Dragon. I have a video on it. Oh, I love Sashi's Falling Water plot, but she knows. She knows I love Frank Lloyd Wright. So she knew. She knew she was going to get me. She knew I was going to be all over it when she built that plot. And then when we were on vacation recently, out in Arizona, I got to go to Frank Lloyd Wright's house out there, and oh God, I loved it, loved it, loved it. Could have spent all day there, and it wouldn't have hurt my feelings. Well, spent quite a bit of the day there as it was, but I probably could have spent several days in Taliesin, but I loved Taliesin. It was really great to go there. But yeah, Falling Water is one of my favorite houses of anyone, of any builder, much less just Frank Lloyd Wright. It's one of my favorite all time houses. I really love Falling Water. I think it's so neat. But we have some people in our Discord, in our community that are our Discord devils that are just insane builders that do so much more than me. I am a pitiful builder compared to some of the people in our group. Oh my gosh, you just wouldn't believe. When Sashi built Falling Water, I couldn't have. there's no way I could have done it, especially not having glass blocks. She did such a great job. Just really, I had no idea what I was going to see when I got there to make a video at her plot. And the second I stepped onto her plot, I said, Sashi, is this falling water? And she just started laughing. You could tell that's what it was immediately. It was so obvious because it was so well done. It was really great. We had a good time doing that video. And Frank Lloyd Wright's difficult anyway because he does things like he likes to compress space and then uh, as you go through this small compressed space, then open it up all of a sudden to where you're surrounded by a big open space. So it's very different than the way we build things nowadays. But she really nailed it. But we've got Rye Guyver has made some plots that when you see them from the air, you would not believe it. Oh, Sashi says her main plot is just a hot mess of dumping stuff. Boy, do I know that feeling. I absolutely on my main character that, well, was my main character before I got hacked and had to start using Byron's character to stream. Yeah, that plot used to be a disaster. Wow. And until this morning, this plot of Byron's was a disaster because he never bothered to really build a house. He just kept dumping all the stuff here that he got as he played the game. Oh, I don't know. But I kind of like the new colors on the frogs. So I might leave those in the yard. We'll see once I get some trees and all that good stuff going. Anyway, oh wow. Yeah, I've been at this for hours already. I wonder if I bet he doesn't have any I bet he doesn't have any couches or furniture. Let me see. Hun, if you're still around, you're probably not on anymore. I was gonna say, do you have any sofas? Do you have any furniture? Probably not a lot. I love Capital Chic because that's the kind of girl I am. I just really like mid-century modern to modern type furnishings, and that's always what I'm going to probably choose to go for in decorating. And Byron loves mid-mod too, so that's what he would want to put anyway. Right, Guyver, the kitchen is set. Now we're looking for any sort of sofa or soft sofa would also be good. I love it. Oh, he's got the recipe for the Capital Chic sofa, but of course, we're out of heartwood planks again. La la la. Go see if my oh yeah, I forgot we moved them. They're out back in our shed. I don't know if we'd have enough. Oh, we do. Okay, yay. Maybe we can get these sofas made. I didn't remember them taking so many heartwood planks. That's kind of crazy. 30. Okay, we've got everything else. So if we make two of those, then the fun that's in it is using the new tints because back in the day when this all first started, the tint colors were kind of, I don't know, they looked like colors in a coloring book or something. They were, oh, they just didn't look real. But the new colors that we have now are so much better. They're just so much more sophisticated and real looking. They are as nice as the furniture you're putting them on. Whereas in the past, you'd have this really beautiful Capital Chic furniture. And then if you decided to tint it blue or, shore color or whatever, then all of a sudden it would look awful. And yeah, I wasn't happy. That was not the best system. of tinting colors. But now the new tints are really awesome. So, what color am I going to make this? That is the question. Mostly it'll be what I have because I had to go through all the bugs and stuff this morning. How would it look in orange? Oh, interesting, but it blends in too much. But I do love this. This is called Dahlia, and this is our new tint from this expansion. We got 2 new tints this expansion. One's pink. You know, I don't like pink. It's called Amaranth. But I love orange. So this Dahlia is great, and I will use that, but probably not on this one. Oh, I like that. But oh, the black doesn't turn it black, it turns it gray. Okay, we're gonna go to oh yeah, definitely. That's the one. Ooh, yeah, I love that. Love, love, love. Okay, which one is it? Paddock. It's always Paddock. I just love Paddock. Let's see. Maybe we'll do the chair while we're at it. I have enough that I made this morning. And then we'll try one trick before we sign off from this stream. This is, and everybody who is in our group knows about this. So if you're Sashi or Ryan or Byron, you all know this trick. But if you're a new player or somebody that's just lurking and we don't know you're there, this is just a builder's copper pillar, and it's got a capital chic tiny little rug on the top of it. And this is what a lot of players call a magic wand. So if you have your sofa set up where you want it, you can then put this on your sofa. But then you've got to pick it up by picking up the rug, and it's kind of a pick it all up thing with the Alt key. And then you can kind of put your sofas together. And the bad thing is I can never tell how far to work it in so that it looks good on the outside. I always end up having to go check. Yeah, see, so I moved it too far. And then it's like, okay, got to do it again. Maybe try it from the back side. But I can't get too close to it because you can get in your own way in this game. So rather aggravating. So if I can stay out of my own way. No, I'm not happy with it. Sashi, got any advice? Somehow I'm not getting it how I want it to be. That's pretty close. Not quite it. I don't know what side to do it from to where I can actually see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. That's my problem. Sashi, no, I would have thrown a shoe already. I'm right there with you. I'm just about ready to throw a shoe. Hey, that's good enough. It's good enough for who it's for. I love you, Byron. Mean it. Okay. So there we go. We have a pit group, and it is the most beautiful color in the whole world. And have you guys seen the honeybee furniture in this color? You will die. The honeybee furniture is so cute, either in olive or paddock, either one. It looks so good. This is so cute. Okay, if we put the chair maybe a little bit closer so we can put in the table. I just don't want to block the stairway all the way, but these little buildings are kind of tight squeezes. They are not the biggest. I think each one of these rooms should be the size of the large room in the Harvest House collection. You know? I think they're just a little bit. Yay, Sashi approves. There you go. See, she's cheering for me. Yay. Okay, so then I think I'm going to want to tint this also. And see, this is where I have to go catch more fish. And I have to get more bugs and I got to go get some more ginger because I want to paint every darn thing. That one or that one. Oh, I guess I'm going to try that one and see if I like the brown. I kind of do. I think I kind of do. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. And oh, wow. That's cute. Wonder if you can do the rug too. That'd be handy. Yes! All right, we can tint the rug. It's a great day to be alive in PALIA, and I might want olive. Oh, oh, that's pretty. See if we can put it under there. Look at that. I am a professional interior designer, although I am not, and my sister is, and she'll tell you that I am not. She is an ASID interior designer, and she is very good at what she does, but I have learned a few tricks from her. Oh, I love that. I wish we could color these. That would be awesome. Is there a way to clear an entire plot when in housing mode? I'm going to attempt building as you've shown. Oh, you mean like all the trees and rocks? Oh, I only know how you just cut it down, right? Sashi, Ryan, anybody? You have to cut it down, right? You can't just like have a magic wand that you wave and every living thing is wiped off your plot, like all trees, rocks, and I don't think you can. I think you have to like one at a time cut them down, use your axe, use your pick to do the rocks. And yeah, I think it's like that. Sorry to give you bad news. Yeah, there's no major clear all button. In Star Sand Island, she's probably asking because we have it in Star Sand Island. So in Star Sand Island, you have like a rectangle tool and you click on it and you can put the rectangle around the entire house, the orchard, the garden, the cow pen, whatever you want. Click it once and it picks it all up. Oh, the house already built? If it's more than one building clicked together, I don't think you can pick it all up at once. Can you, you guys? Like, say you have a harvest house with 4 or 5 rooms attached to it. I don't know if alt, like when you use alt to join things together that you're going to pick up, I don't know if that works on house buildings, does it? I've never tried to do that to a house building, I don't think. Yeah, I've always picked it up from the overhead view, room by room. Just, yeah, what she said. What she said. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't know any other way to do that. Yeah, how many do you get one free plot, Sashi? Is it just one free plot extra on top of your main plot and then you have to pay for the rest of them, but you can get one free one? Is that how it works? Because I don't remember. On my character, I have all of them, but I paid for all of them. Oh, you've run out of new plots. Ah, yeah. See, on my main character, all my plots are decorated. Clearing one off would be painful. Yeah, you get one free extra and then you pay for them after that. Yeah, if I had to clear off one of my plots, it would be time consuming and would involve pain. Now, I have picked up my houses before with everything in them, and it will throw all your furniture in your bag. And when your bag runs out, it will throw all your furniture in your storage chest. So you just need to make sure you have room in your storage chest. It won't put it in your safe storage, it just puts it. So, but if it's furniture, it doesn't count, it doesn't take up space, so it's fine. You can just let it do that. think I want an end table. He's gonna have to have a wardrobe of some sort because got to be able to change clothes. Oh, I don't know. I think I'll just let the rest of it handle itself as time goes by. Yeah, you can pick up an entire building, like a whole harvest house or grand harvest house, even though it's full of stuff. It will let you pick it up and it'll throw everything into your bag. And once your bag is full, it'll throw the rest of it into your storage chest. And furniture doesn't take up space, so it'll be okay. You can't really see this little end table. There's just not quite enough room in this little foyer to have too much stuff. I've got too much stuff. Da-da-da-da. So Byron and I were out working one night this past week, trying to collect all of our 100 colored eggs, doing all our fishing and all that stuff. And we saw Sashi. She was fishing too. So that was exciting. Just to run into somebody in game and go, oh my God, I know that person. It's Sashi. It's been so long, since we've done stuff together. It's going to be great to have the channel up and running again. Oh, fingers crossed. Yes, there was so many expletives coming from her, and then she threw shoes at our heads, and we had to go on down the river farther and fish away from her. No, just kidding. Okay, I think I'll put the bee. Don't have very many bee pieces yet, but I think I'll put the bee pieces in here because I like to look at them. They are the cutest furniture. So cute. It's so cute that it's probably going to end up being in I think every room in my house on my main character. Although I guess this is my main character now. Every room in this guy's house is going to have a piece of honey bunch furniture in it by the time this is over. I did go though to Zeki's 100 times back and forth, and this character doesn't have any friends for one thing. He has no friends, so he can't server hop to a friend because he only has like 2 friends. So the only server hopping I can do is by turning the game off and on, or by leaving Zeki's and going back into Zeki's. And I did it, I don't know how many dozens and dozens of times, and never did get a honey bunch rug. I wanted a rug to go with the honey bunch stuff, but I didn't get one. Wait, what's a Doug adjacent outfit? Oh, yeah, because she got chests instead of fish. The same thing happened to Byron and I. We were like, there's only 4 holes, 4 sparkle fishing holes in the entire lake tonight. We were talking about, we were like, we went to the lake. There's 4 sparkle fishing holes from the farm to Magi Market. The whole run of it had a total of 4. We got chests out of 2. 2 of the 4. And like you said, sure, I'll take the chest, but not when I'm trying to get the starfish that I need 5 of for the vault. It was the one time where you just say, oh my God, not another chest. Like that. Aggravating. That's right. I forgot about that. That was going on that night. Oh, there was so few sparkly holes. Like if you go to the ocean down in Bahari, my goodness, there's a sparkly hole every 10 feet. But we were at the lake in Kilima and there just weren't any. It was, I don't know, some kind of conspiracy to not have any sparkle holes. And then when they do have them, you get chests. But 2 out of 4, 50% gave us chests. Yeah, I don't like that wallpaper up there as well as the deer one. So unfortunately, gonna have to buy the deer one. Who was that from, you guys? Ashura? Is it Ashura that sells the wallpaper that has the deer running through the woods? It might be Ashura. I don't think it's Hodari. His was kind of a mining wallpaper. I think it's Ashura. It's not bad, Drew, because his has tomatoes, like tomato plants growing in it. But I had to have this outfit if I was going to play this character for the rest of my life. He has to wear this outfit. So, had to be done. Had to get it. No, he doesn't have to wear it forever, but it's the funniest dang outfit. All right, well, we got a good start. We've got a workshop. We've got our big machines out here going. We've got a honey bunch room started. We have got our pit group, conversation pit, they used to say in the 70s. We've got that going on. Got the kitchen set up. So far, so good. Considering this was a blank plot a few hours ago, it's coming along. Now it's just time to let the machines run so that the next time I come on, I have a million boards and stones and all that stuff and can make the other parts to put like the fronts on the houses and stuff. But it's by far, I promise you, the fanciest house Byron's ever had. Now, what are you guys going to put in the fireplace to make a fire? Oh, Sashi calls the Proudhorn Cernak Doug? Doug? Okay. I tried putting one of these in there, and you can do that if you want to, but it doesn't burn. It only burns for a few seconds when it's cooking, and then it goes out and just has mushrooms. So that did not work. So I don't know. You all putting candles in there or what? Like I don't even know if the spring fever like fire pit actually works for very long. I really don't know. I used to put it outside, like in back of my house, and then never see it again. Let's turn that sucker on. Maybe it only burns if you're close to it. You know, maybe if you walk away, then it's not burning anymore. Is this the pit one you mean, Sash? You think? This is called Spring Fever Fire Pit. There might be some other fire pit that I've forgotten about. Oh, right, Guyver. Lots and lots of candles. Oh, that just makes me think of Young Frankenstein, you guys. Put the candle back. Uh, I can't help it. It is Young Frankenstein now. Do not put the candle back. Now, whether Byron has any candles, your guess is as good as mine on that one. No idea. I'll just have to search it and see. Candle. Oh, well, he's got a few candles. Floating candles? He has one of those. You have hundreds. I bet you do. I have hundreds on my main character, or my old main character. I bet you do have hundreds. Yeah, I probably do have literally 100 candles on on my other character that shall not be named. Floating candles? I don't know how that would look. I don't even know if you could put those in there. I mean, it would be a great, like, witchy thing if you were doing a witchy plot. Uh-uh. Not gonna let me put it in there. Darn it. Maybe if I didn't have the fire pit in there, it might let me put him in there. So yeah, probably I would have to put something in here that you could sit the candles on to make them higher off the ground so that you can actually see the flames. And then it's going to be a whole deal. It's going to be like a whole deal as to whether you can get your candle turned on without turning off the thing next to it. I can tell already that it's like I'm going to have to turn myself around in circles to get flames on. Yep, going to have to sit something in there, I suppose. I can try taking the fire pit out and then see if it'll let me put those in. Ooh, there we have it. But it won't let me have it and have the fire pit. So now the fire pit has to go. Then I could like make some candles. And there's some candles you can make that take, I think, like 1 copper bar each or something. They're not horrible as far as ingredients. So I could make a bunch, but then you're going to want to sit them on top of something. What do you think, right, Guyver? Sashi and I kind of like this. That's pretty cool. Now, if I just had like, if you could put some wood logs or something in there to make it look like it's actually a fire, that would be cool. But I don't know. I kind of like the floating candles. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, yeah. That's smart, right, Guyver? Put the candle down, Mel, turn it on, and then move it into place. Some people are kind of, smart Alex. No, that's a very brilliant idea. I can't think of what small furniture I'll stick in there to put the candles on, but I'm sure there's something. Yes, you did do it. You did do it hundreds of times when you're spelling things out on plots. The other thing that I liked really well to color it was the curtains. But at the same time, the curtains don't want to go above these windows. Oh, yeah, I saw Byron has a few of those single floating candles too. But I don't think they're called curtains when you're looking for them. So what else? Drapes, maybe? Nope, not that. Not curtains, not drapes. What do you call it? I can't remember. Oh, shoot. Silver, I think. Silver. Oh, no, he doesn't have the recipe. How did we get the drape recipes? I don't even remember. We had to earn them, find them, chop up piles. How the heck did we get all those drapery patterns? I honestly do not remember. Ah, I've slept since then, right, Guyver? You're using a Sashi line. I've slept since. I don't recall how we got the drapes. How did we do that? I don't know where we got them from, but it seems like we had to earn them, right? Like we got one set of drapes and then we had to earn the next set, or I don't know. If you have a channel that covers Palia and you're going to stream Palia, you maybe should know the answers to all these questions. But honestly, I've forgotten. Like you said, I've slept since then. It's been too long ago. Oh no, I'm capped at 2000. That means I wasted a lot of medals. I never remember to go buy things. I try to remember to buy Dragon Speared Pete anytime I see him, but I haven't done it on this character. This Byron let his Mushroom Woods. So it's not the deer. Who has the deer? Oh, it's Hassian, isn't it? I have to go see Hassian. Arr. I never can find Hassian since the Elderwood started. You know what I mean? He's never around. They periodically showed up as duplicates in the mailbox. Curtain patterns did? Crikey. Yep, I'm going to have to find one of my really old videos to try to figure it out. If anybody's out there lurking and still listening to us, I'm really sorry that I forgot about the curtains. But okay, we'll go check out Tish's cash register. I don't remember. I do remember being. I think I was maybe aggravated that I had to wait for some of the curtain patterns. Like at first, it just gave you the little checkered kitchen curtain, and I wanted a fancier curtain. But obviously, Byron did not do that on his character. I'm at Tish's cash register, and I don't see anything like that. Oh, rats. Honestly, one would think, huh? But I just don't think we bought them from somebody. I want to think I don't. They were part of a patch, right? I honestly think they were part of a patch, and we had to do something. But I don't think it was Choppa Piles. But I just remember the first ones I got were just those little dumpy kitchen curtains or something, wasn't it? And then somehow you got the next best set of curtains and then the next best. I'll check in at Tish's little store here. You got any curtains, girl? Hmm. Ovaltine, perhaps? No, nothing. Thank you. Dang it! Can you open this book? Oh, 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 I have nothing to say except that Pepto Bismol is only to be used when you have a sour stomach. Yeah, see, I want to say the curtains were something you earned. You had to do some kind of nonsense work in order to get them. I don't think they were just like a freebie. You could buy the patterns or whatever. Oh, well, I've constructed, I don't know how many houses I have constructed on this, but a lot. So now I'm supposed to do harvest houses because the fact that I just put 14 estate houses together doesn't count on room to grow. That has to be, I bet you're right. I bet you are so right, Ryan. I'm mad that you're right. But I think you're right. Yeah, I think you guys may have figured it out. All right, I got to get some wallpaper from Hassian. Hello. Does he tell you what to do with the extra eggs? Because I tried to give them away and that didn't work. There, I bought the wallpaper so that I don't throw away any more medals by having too many medals on this character. Byron has his medals full on all of his teachers. What do I do with the extra eggs? Sell them. I didn't think I could sell them. Sell them, eat them, throw them away. Just don't put them back where you found them. Hmm. Oh, Byron's got his romance all the way up to 4 with this guy. Good going. I didn't want to have to do it. Byron might have had one harvest house on the plot. I don't think he put rooms together. Yeah, Byron says, I promised that character had one harvest house ever until Mel took over this weekend. So I'm going to have to find room. That means I'll have to cut down all the trees to find enough room to put 7 harvest houses together. Well, at least you guys helped me figure out what the situation is to make it happen. So that's good. And at least I found Hassian and got the wallpaper because this one up here is not working for me. It's not olive green. Oh, this is way better. This is a giant improvement. This is the one I use on my other character. I knew there was something not quite right there. Oh, yeah, that's way better. Feeling way more at home now. Wow. I don't even think there's room on this plot to put harvest houses, much less, I don't think Byron would have that many harvest houses already made. Well, I guess I won't start like chopping things down willy-nilly right off the bat. Try to make some room without chopping down any more trees, if at all possible. Hmm. Stick you way back in the trees somewhere. The only thing good about that thing is that about every 4th day or so, I get essence. And I mean, if that thing's going to hand me 250 essence, then I'm going to keep it available on my plot. I don't think we didn't stack harvest houses together, did we? But you're saying he should have a free plot, like that maybe he never got. So if I just, I don't know. I don't know what's on Cottage, Byron. Oh, yeah. This is from last year when these first came out. So these don't count either. Dandy. Well, at least there's enough room here to put out some harvest houses in a big long row. I used to have one plot that was just my grow house, like when it used to take a whole day to grow a house. It was my grow plot, but I wasn't growing anything fun on it. I was growing house parts on it. Well, there you go. He's got a great big house. He's got, can I click anything onto it? What? Can't attach this. Oh, this is a house, right? Harvest house. Can't click those together. That's awful. Well, I wonder if it has to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you think it has to be 7? Probably does. So I'll probably have to build a few. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 7 there, but 2 of them are not built yet. The things that I will do to get curtains. You had no money. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, wow. I probably am going to not have that many sapwood planks, but maybe. And I don't remember how long they changed the time to on these rooms. Yeah, I ran out of sapwood planks. This is just something that I'll have to do off camera to make those and put them in and let it grow. But hopefully he'll get a set of curtains. And then you said I can make the rest from inspiration. And there's the missing box. Wahoo! I think I hesitated to turn them into Pallian boxes when I got them because once you do, they're pink forever. And you know me, I don't like pink. I'm allergic to pink. And I just couldn't find enough ways to hide the suckers. Once they were all pink, they just stick out like sore thumbs all over my plots. But that should take care of the storage problem. I was wondering why I was so short on storage. I didn't realize he had this plot going on for him. Oh, I'd give anything for him to be tinted Reichiver. I mean, anything. How long does this take, by the way? 22 minutes. Yeah, I can't stream that much longer. Byron's on his way home, and I haven't even done anything about supper. Yarn Dragon, we can all sleep tonight now that you found that chest. Hey, I can't help it. I took this character over from my husband, and I had no idea where his chests were. It took me forever to find them. They were all in like different areas, like outside in all of his piles of junk. Like there was one chest that was surrounded by snowmen, piles and piles of snowmen. I'm like, man, you went to a lot of trouble to hide these from me. All right. Well, then I guess the next time we get together, we'll see if I have the rest of the curtain designs. And then we'll make some curtains. In the meantime, thanks so much, you guys. If there's lurkers out there, and Yarn Dragon and Sashi and Byron and Reichiver, thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out with me today on our very first ever Byron Lance Games stream. Thanks for everybody who fondly remembers the passing of Melody Rose Games, which no longer exists. And we are being way more careful this time. I am going to have to probably climb up on something to get that light to turn on, aren't I? Because I've tried to reach it 3 times now and I can't. Okay, maybe if I jump. Woo! Acrobatics! Thank you, Yarn Dragon. We loved having you. Loved it. And I cannot wait till you are in the Discord and showing us pictures of your Yarn Dragons and all your other yarn things that you make. I make pillows. I make pillows of Choppa-esque or Cernak-esque, not exact copies, and sell them on my Etsy store. So, yes, I do some crafty things that I sell on my Etsy store, but I don't have time to crochet the animals and sell them. But yes, I have a feeling that Yarn Dragons probably does have some crocheted esque, Palia esque, we shall call them, characters. So I can't wait to see pictures of what you make. And that's a really smart idea, is to, go on somebody's paleo stream and join their Discord and their family and community, and then hopefully, it's a way for you to find some more customers. I can totally understand that. Respect your side hustle. So yeah, we will see what you've got going on for us when we get back. Maze the Moose on Twitch. I've heard of Maze the Moose, absolutely, but I have not seen that stream, so I'll have to check it out. I will have to check it out. Okay. Now that we have recovered all of the storage chests, and we have built our harvest houses on a different plot, we can put these things back over. So, Sasha, you've seen Maze the Moose. If he has a hat on his head, then Yarn Dragon made his hat. So, props for the side hustle. Honestly, I mean, I'll just tell you straight up, we had to start over. We had, after 2.5 years, we had to absolutely start over. So we really don't have very many members right now that are even participating on chat and Discord and in the discussions. We have over 2,000 YouTube subscribers, but very few of them come and chat on the Discord, unless they're just, they lurk on the stream or whatever. They'll tell me that sometimes in YouTube. But yeah, so you probably won't find a lot of new customers, but you might find a few. You never know. I've got some new designs coming out for my Etsy pillows too. I just had to get Etsy safeguarded to where I can actually sell things again without that having been hacked. Because the hack, when it spread there, I had my Etsy link on YouTube and on Discord and on YouTube streams. I had it in the description. And so they went from hacking me in Streamerville and Discordville to hacking my real life through my Etsy account. So that was not fun at all. So I haven't been selling those for a while, but I'm getting back to it. So yeah. So we are big on side hustles. We get it. All right. That is it. I am out of voice and can no longer keep talking, but thanks everybody. If there's lurkers out there, thank you for lurking. And Yarn Dragon, Reich Ivor, Sashi, Byron, thank you guys all so, so much for being here today. And for anybody else that checked in earlier, it was really great to see everybody. Yay! You guys all have a good night, and hopefully we'll be streaming again soon. All right. See you guys in the next one.